worry about, Charlie Brown.
The only thing wrong with my big brother Charlie Brown is his lack of confidence, superiority, and not stupidity. Well, that's and his lack of confidence, and his superiority, and his stupidity.
Charlie Brown has some days I wake up early and watch the sun rise. And I think how beautiful it is and how my life lies before me. And I get a very positive feeling about things. Like this morning, for instance. The sky is so clear, the sun's so bright. How could anything go wrong on a day like this? I'm late! Lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. Always having to sit here, alone, Then again, mornings aren't so pleasant either. Waking up and wondering if anyone would really miss me if I never got out of bed. Ooh, then there's the nights too. Lying there and thinking about all the stupid things I've done during the day. And all those hours in between when I do those stupid things. Well, lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. Well, I better see what I got. Peanut butter. Some psychiatrists say that people who eat peanut butter are lonely. I guess they're right. And when you're really lonely, the peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth, like this. Ah! Boy, the PTA sure did a good job of painting these benches. There's that cute little red-headed girl eating her lunch over there. I wonder what she'd do if I went over and asked if I could sit and have lunch with her. She'd probably laugh right in my face. It's hard on the face when it gets laughed in. There's an empty place next to her on the bench. There's no reason why I couldn't just go over and sit there. I could do that right now. All I have to do is stand up. I'm standing up. I'm sitting down. I'm a coward. I'm so much of a coward, she probably wouldn't even think of looking at me. She hardly ever does look at me. In fact, I can't remember her ever looking at me. Why shouldn't she look at me? Is there any reason in this world why she shouldn't look at me? Is she so great and I'm so small that she can't spare one little moment of... She's looking at me. She's looking at me.
No, Sally, you're thinking of that other dress. The one I wore to the Lucinda's party. The dress that I'm talking about was very light blue and it had a design embroidered around the waist.
I don't remember.
Well, it was something like this. Skirt went up like this, it had these swoopy sleeves, and a sash, like this.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yes, well, that was the dress that I was wearing last week when I met Frida, and she said she'd seen one just like it.
Lunchtime is among the worst times of day for me. If that little red-headed girl's looking at me with a stupid bag over my head, she must think I'm the biggest fool alive. But if she isn't looking at me, then maybe I could take it off and she'd never notice it. But I can't tell if she's looking or not until I take it off. Then again, if I never take it off, I'll never have to know if she's looking or not. On the other hand, it's very hard to breathe in here. She's not looking at me. I wonder why she never looks at me. Well, one more lunch hour over with. Only 2,863 to go.
Happiness is a fleeting thing, Sally, but I believe that a man can come closer to it by directing the forces of his life to a single goal that he believes in. And I think that a man's personal search for happiness is not really a selfish thing either, because by achieving happiness within himself, he can help others find it. Does that make sense to you?
We had spaghetti at our house 3 times this week.
Supper time? Not yet. Supper time? Not yet. What's the matter, Sally?
I don't know. I was jumping rope, and everything was fine. And then suddenly, it all seemed so futile.
I think I'm losing my flavor.
Yesterday, I was a dog. Today, I am a dog. Tomorrow, I will probably still be a dog. There's just little hope for advancement.
You see the sticks in me. I, the human being, will throw the stick, and you, the dog, shall retrieve it.
I, the dog, could not be less interested.
Give me back my blanket!
No, I've got it now. I'm gonna keep it. This is just the start you need to break this disgusting habit.
Apparently, you haven't read the latest scientific reports. Studies have shown that a blanket is as important to a child as a hobby is to an adult. Many a man spends his time restoring antique automobiles, or building model trains, or collecting old telephones, or even studying the Civil War. This is called playing with the past.
Really?
Certainly, and this is good, because it helps these men cope with their everyday problems. Now, I feel it is going to be absolutely necessary for me to get my blanket back, so I'm just going to give it a good yank. It's It's a cozy sanctuary, but it's far from necessary, 'cause I'm just as self-reliant as before. As a simple demonstration of my independent station, I will go and leave my blanket on the floor. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it, though I know you won't believe it. I'll just walk away and leave it on the floor. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it on the Don't you ever let me do that again.
You're a hopeless case, Linus.
I thought I could do it. I actually thought I could do it.
Gosh, Lucy, I'm so depressed. Everything's going wrong. I just don't know what to do.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Charlie Brown, but maybe there's something I can do to help. Now, I think the first thing you need to do is come right out and admit all the things that are wrong with you.
You really think that will help?
Certainly.
All right, I'll try. I'm not very handsome or clever or lucid. I've always been stupid at spelling and numbers. I've never been much playing football or baseball or stickball or checkers or marbles or ping pong. I'm usually awful at parties and dances. I stand like a steak, or I cough, or I laugh, or I don't bring a present, or I spill the ice cream, or I get so depressed that I stand and I scream. Oh, how could there possibly be one small person that's thoroughly, totally, utterly blah as me?
Well, that's okay for a starter.
A starter?
Well, yes, Charlie Brown. You don't think mentioning all these superficial little feelings is going to do you any good, do you? You really have to delve. You're stupid, self-centered, and moody.
I'm moody.
You're terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am. And nobody likes me, not Frida, or Sherby, or Linus, or Schroeder,
Or Lucy.
or Lucy,
Or Snoopy.
or Snoop. Now, wait a minute. Snoopy likes me.
He only pretends to like you because you feed him. That doesn't count.
Or Snoopy. Oh, why was I born just to be one small person that's thoroughly, totally, utterly
Wait, you're not very much of a person.
that's certain?
And yet, there
There's hope.
Although you're no good at music like Schroeder, or happy like Snoopy, or lovely like me. You have me. No one else but the singular, remarkable, unique Charlie Brown.
I mean, gosh, Lucy, you know something? I'm beginning to feel better already. You're a true friend, Lucy. A true friend.
That'll be 5 cents, please.
Today is my grandfather's birthday, Charlie Brown.
Oh, really? How old is he?
63. It's hard to believe he was once a human being.
Schroeder, do piano players make a lot of money?
Money? Who cares about money? This is art, you blockhead. This is great music I'm playing here, and playing great music is an art. Do you hear me? And art, 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 art.
You fascinate me.
Call the principal and hand him the news. We've got a holiday that he can't refuse. A day of harmony, a day of music. Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day?
A referential mission.
Beethoven Day.
A hope for each musician. No more reminding on the guy to stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
Beethoven Day?
Yes, as in Ludwig von Beethoven, composer, born 1770, died 1827. The eldest of 3 sons. Ludwig's mother was the daughter of the chief overseer.
Whatever. Schroeder, I just want you to know that I'm on your side. I want to help you publicity-wise for Beethoven's birthday.
That's great, but I just don't want to see Beethoven's birthday commercialized.
Commercial-wise.
Yes, the next thing you know, they'll be wearing Beethoven's sweatshirts.
Beethoven Day.
If you're wondering how do we start, just blow the music till you know it by heart. We're gonna celebrate. We'll throw a party. Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day.
And when you say the title,
Beethoven Day.
you'll hear a great recital. Right up there, boy, girl, to stand up and say,
cheer, and I will shout at them. What do you mean I can't be queen?
It's true.
There must be a loophole. This kind of thing always has a loophole. No one should be kept from being queen if she really wants to be one. It's undemocratic.
Good grief.
I bet it's just about knowing the right people. You know, a few pieces of well-placed correspondence, and I'll be queen in no time.
I think I'll watch television.
Well, you know what I'll do? If I can't be queen, then I will be very rich. I'll work and work and work until I'm very rich, and then I will buy myself a queendom.
Good grief!
Yes, I'll kick out the old queen and take over the whole operation myself. I will be head queen. Now, switch channels.
Are you kidding? I'm not one of your loyal subjects. What makes you think you can just take over?
These 5 fingers, individually, they're nothing. But when I curl them together into a single unit, they become a fighting force terrible to behold.
Yes, Your Majesty. Why can't you guys get organized like that?
All right, everybody out for rabbit chasing.
Oh, good grief.
Come on, Snoopy, up and at 'em. It's a magnificent day for chasing rabbits. The air is clear, the sun is shining, and the fields and woodlands are open and inviting.
If it's such a magnificent day, why are we waiting for the rabbits?
Come on, Snoopy. Where's that old spirit of the chase? Where's that old thrill of the adventure? Say, what kind of dog are you anyway?
I'm a sleeping dog. You take it from there.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Wasting a perfectly good day like this? Now come on, the scent is fresh and the trail is clear. Now let's get out there and track us down a big old rabbit.
Okay, I get the feeling she's determined. Well, she might as well get her money's worth.
Come on, rabbits see lots of games today.
Rabbits. Rabbits.
Rabbits.
Rabbits.
I'll but report on Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit is a stupid book about the stupid rabbit who steals vegetables from other people's gardens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 83 to go.
The name of the book about which this book report is about is Peter Rabbit, which is about this rabbit. I found it very. I like the part where it was it reminded me of Robin Hood and the part where Little John jumped from the rock to the sheriff and Robin and everyone swung from the trees in a sudden surprise attack. And they captured the sheriff and all of his cousins and carried him back to the camp in the woods. The sheriff was getting to dinner and he wiggled his way and he sounded the call of the men rushed in and the air was clear. Peter Rabbit did sort of that kind of thing too.
The other people say he was a bragger. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh.
In examining a work such as Peter Rabbit, it is important that the superficial characteristics of its deceptively simple plot should not be allowed to blind the reader to the more substantial fabric of its deeper motivations. In this report, I plan to discuss the sociological implications of family pressures so great as to drive an otherwise moral rabbit to perform acts of thievery which he consciously knew were against the law. I also hope to explore the personality of Mr. McGregor in his conflicting roles as both farmer and humanitarian. Peter Rabbit is established from the start as a benevolent hero.
If I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all. I'll get a fresh start tomorrow, and it's not due till Wednesday, so I'll have all of Tuesday unless something should happen. Why does this always happen? I should be outside playing, getting fresh air and sunshine. I work best under pressure, and there'll be lots of pressure if I wait till tomorrow. I should start writing now, but if I start writing now when I'm rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all.
The name of the rabbit was Peter. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Down came the staff on his head, smash, and Robin fell like a sack full of lead. Crack. The sheriff laughed and he left him for dead.
But he was wrong.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Just then the arrows flew away. It was the sign for the fight to begin. Sing, and then it looked like the sheriff would win. But not for long.
Away they ran.
Just like rabbits,
Who run alive
as you can tell,
from the story
of Peter Rabbit.
which this report is about.
Rabbits, 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 chasing rabbits.
How do they expect us to write a book report
There are
of any quality in just 2 days? How do they conspire to make life so miserable and so effectively in so many ways?
Not to mention the extreme amount of pressure exerted on him by a deeply rooted rivalry with Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail.
Rabbit is the stupid book about the stupid rabbit. And they were very, 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 very happy to be home.
The end.
94, 95. The very, very, very end.
Amen. A book report on Peter Rabbit. Just
Peter
don't
Rabbit,
write
Peter
it
Rabbit,
in
Peter
my
Rabbit,
ears.
Peter Rabbit,
Nothing
Peter
we've got
Rabbit,
to start. I haven't even started yet. Peter Rabbit.
Why is it that my supper's always in the red dish, and my drinking water's in the yellow dish? One day, I'll have my supper in the yellow dish, and my drinking water in the red dish. Life's just too short not to live it up a little.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's what you think. Oh, yeah? Well, that's what you think. Oh, yeah? That's what you think.
What?
That's my new philosophy. Oh, yeah? That's what you think.
Well, why are you telling me?
Huh?
Why are you telling me?
Why are you telling me? I like it! That's a good philosophy. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? My new philosophy
myself. I think I'll introduce myself, and then I'll ask her to come over and sit by me. I think I'll ask her to come over and sit by me, and then I'll tell her how much I've always admired her. I think I'll flap my arms and fly to the moon.
Beethoven used to be fond of taking long walks in the country. He was always inspired by all the lovely sounds of the countryside. Beethoven had it nice.
I've been wondering when it was that dogs first began to be regarded as man's best friend.
Probably right after the invention of the cookie.
So I couldn't decide if I wanted vanilla, chocolate, fudge marble, or rocky road. So then I finally decided on the fudge marble. Well, then I had to choose between a plain cone or a sugar cone. Well, I chose the sugar cone. So, what happens? I walk outside, and I drop the whole thing on the ground. Now, don't tell me my life isn't a Shakespearean tragedy.
Today has been a bad time for me. Maybe if I'm lucky, tomorrow will be a better day.
In some parts of the world, tomorrow is already today, and today is yesterday. If tomorrow is already today, Charlie Brown, there's no way tomorrow could possibly be a better day.
You're a lot of fun to have around.
My stomach clock just went off. It's supper time and Charlie Brown's forgotten to feed me. Here I lie, a withering, hollow shell of a dog, and there sits my supper dish, empty. And that's all right. He'll remember. When no furry friend comes to need him after school, then he'll remember. He'll rush out here to the doghouse, but it will be too late. There'll be nothing left but the bleached, floppy bones of poor old Snoopy.
Hey, are you asleep or something? I've been standing here for a whole minute with your supper and you haven't even noticed. It's supper time.
Supper time? Supper time? Behold, the brimming bowl of meat and meal, which is brought forth to fuel our hunger. Behold, the gleaming flagon, moist and sweet.
joyous occasion.
Well, I don't know, Linus. Kind of looks like a plane to me the way the lights are flashing on and off. What do you think, Schroeder? Is that a plane or a star?
I think it's a star. Or it could be a planet. Maybe even a satellite.
I think it's a satellite.
Well, we'll never find out by just standing here.
Where are you going?
I'm going over here to get a closer look.
I sit up here and listen to the sounds of the night, but for some reason, something's missing. In my opinion, that's exactly what it needed.
I'm so happy. That little redhead girl, she dropped a pencil. It has teeth marks all over it. She nibbles her pencil. She's human. I guess today hasn't been such a bad day after all. Happiness is finding a pencil, pizza with sausage, telling the time.
Happiness is learning to whistle.
Tying your shoe for the very first time.
Happiness is playing the piano in your own school band.
And happiness is walking hand in hand. Happiness is 2 kinds of ice cream.
Knowing a secret.
Happiness is 5 different crayons. Firefly setting him free. Happiness is being alone every now and then. And happiness is coming home again. Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime.